Minister of Child Development and Women's Affairs Tissa Karliadda says that there are over 59,000 widows in the north and east due to the war and various other factors. The minister made this revelation when answering a question raised by co-deputy leader of the UNP, Sajith Premadasa, in Parliament today.
Due to the war in the east, 42,565 women became widows.
Isn't there any program, in addition to the advisory program that you mentioned earlier, being implemented for these widows? We are glad that the war is over, but why isn't the money which was previously allocated for the war not being used for such programs?
We are providing relief in other ways as well, but we need to keep these women informed through such advisory programs. When considering the northern province, there are 16,936 widows in this area.
According to what I have been able to gather, an initial payment of 50,000 rupees is granted to these widows. Thereafter, welfare programs are not being conducted by the government. They do not conduct programs pertaining to self-employment development, economic or health services. Is this the Utturu Vasantaya?
That was an unfair accusation. You cannot say that the government is not intervening. Programs to uplift the economic standard of women are being conducted by a number of ministries. If you say this, then I believe you are attempting to mislead the House.
The Indian government has pledged to provide 50,000 homes for displaced persons in the north. Many of these families are headed by a widow. Is any effort being made to compile the list of beneficiaries, hand it over to the Indian government and get these houses built?
We are searching for accurate data. Women do not become widows just because of the war. I mentioned this to you on an earlier occasion as well. We are currently discussing how to implement this in a practical manner.
Well, a special program was held in Colombo today to mark the International Youth Day, which is celebrated today. A group of youngsters came together with the aim of establishing a world record.
Youngsters from across Sri Lanka flocked to the Colombo University grounds to achieve a Guinness World Record. 1,500 youngsters came together to form the word youth through a human mosaic at the university grounds. This was conducted under the supervision of Dr. Geethanjana Mendis, who is the head of the Institute of Sports Medicine.
Already included this in the Guinness Book of World Records. We have already applied to them and they have confirmed that if you break it today, it will certainly go to the Guinness Book of World Records.
10 youth societies participated in this program, which was organized by the Global Changemakers organization of the British Council.
Here we are really proud that we are breaking the world record against USA, which having a 51 states, each state's bigger than Sri Lanka, and we have 20 million population. They have more than 300 million population. With that, we are able to compete with them, and we are breaking the Guinness record. So I'll be really proud where I studied from this university and standing on the same ground.
Sirasa TV and YFM, which were the media sponsors of the event, were commended at the event.
The proposal to appoint Karu Jayasuriya as party leader and Ranil Wickremesinghe as opposition leader was endorsed by the provincial councillors of the United National Party today.
Co-deputy leader of the United National Party, parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa, stated this at a media briefing held in Colombo today. The media briefing took place following a meeting between a group of party representatives and provincial councillors. Earlier, I expressed my views regarding appointing Karu Jayasuriya as the leader of the United National Party and Ranil Wickremesinghe as opposition leader. I would like to state that the proposal made by Bandulal Bandarigoda of the United National Party Provincial Councillors Group was seconded by Asamange Vijayasinghe, and thereby the proposal was endorsed today. A tea party was held after the media briefing, and co-deputy leader of the UNP, parliamentarian Karu Jayasuriya, also attended it.
The Secretary of the United Bhikkhu Bala Mandala in Kandy, the Venerable Thalpotha Dhamma Jyoti Thera, has requested United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe to hand over leadership of the party to Karu Jayasuriya and build up the party's strength by winning the upcoming elections. The Thera made this request through a letter addressed to the leader of the UNP. The letter noted that while the UNP has been a strong party in the past, within the past 1.5 decades it has been losing continuously. It went on to state that the voter base of the party had been diminishing in a manner that was disheartening to party supporters. The Venerable Thalpotha Dhamma Jyoti Thera went on to say that it was the desire of most to see a change in the leadership to enable victory at the forthcoming local government elections. The Thera requested the party leadership to appoint Karu Jayasuriya as the leader of the party, as it was the expectation of many, especially those at the grassroots level. The letter went on to state that this request was not a personal one, but one that was expressed by all the members of the United Bhikkhu Bala Mandala, and it was with the intention of seeing the party victorious at future elections. The letter also requested the leader of the UNP to appoint Karu Jayasuriya as the leader of the party in order to maintain the party's unity as well.
Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne stressed on the need to use modern techniques in electricity generation. The Prime Minister made this statement at the opening ceremony of the Vidulka exhibition last evening.
The Sri Lanka National Energy Efficiency Awards presentation was also held last evening under the auspices of the Prime Minister to coincide with the Vidulka exhibition. The energy conservation program, which was initiated last year, was commenced at the event.
අපට දැන් ඩෝරේ හැදිච්ච කාලේදී විදුලිය ලබා ගැනීමේ අපහසු තත්ත්වයක් ඒක ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා.
There was difficulty in generating electricity when there was a drought. Therefore, the time has come now for us to obtain electricity through modern methods. This can be done through other means such as solar energy, wind power and seawater. Therefore, I believe that scientists need to conduct studies on how such energy technologies can be used within Sri Lanka.
අවශ්‍යයි කියලා මම කල්පනා කරනවා.
Following the awards ceremony, the Vidulka exhibition commenced on the auspices of Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne and Minister Champika Ranawaka. The Vidulka exhibition, which will be held until Sunday the 14th, is open to the public from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
In business news tonight, the Pathfinder Foundation states that 5 state institutions collectively suffer losses totaling 40 billion rupees annually. The foundation points out that this has caused a major hindrance to the country's development process.
The Pathfinder Foundation is of the view that although the government took a policy decision in 2005 not to privatize any institution which suffers losses and instead transform them into a profitable institution, except for the banking and insurance sectors, institutions in other sectors are suffering losses. The major loss makers include the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, the Ceylon Electricity Board, the Sri Lanka Railway and the Sri Lanka Transport Board.
In order to remedy this situation, these enterprises should be required to price their services reflecting their cost. Secondly, they should be restructured. Highly integrated monopolies like government railways should be unbundled. CEB should be unbundled so that where the losses can be identified. And finally, if there is a subsidy to be paid to the deserving people of this country, poor, it should be done as an income transfer or a cost subsidy without allowing the particular enterprises to lose their income.
Your number one news provider is now online. Bigger and stronger than ever. Sri Lanka's only trilingual total news portal. Breaking news, analysis, video. News first, Dr. LK.
Kicking off your sports news with a look at some rugby-related news, an order was issued by the Colombo District Court today to withhold the awarding of the 2011 Inter-Club Rugby League Championship. Additional District Judge Pradeep Jayatilaka gave this order to the Sri Lanka Rugby Football Union when a case filed by the Kandy Sports Club was taken up today.
The 2011 Inter-Club Rugby League Championship is awarded based on the bonus points table. Secretary of the Kandy Sports Club, Leslie De Souza, has stated in the plaint filed by him that the bonus points due to the upcountry team in the first round had not been added. The Colombo District Court, which took the matter into consideration, issued an order to the Secretary to the Sri Lanka Rugby Football Union and the Director of the Inter-Club Rugby League tournament to withhold awarding the championship. The case will be taken up again on the 25th of August.
The first unofficial ODI match between the Sri Lanka A team and the England Lions is currently underway at the county grounds in Worcester.
The Sri Lanka A captain Kaushal Silva won the toss and elected to field. Sri Lanka's Tharanga Lakshita drew first blood in the second over of the match by claiming the wicket of Alex Hales for just 1 run. Chris Nash then fell victim to Sikoge Prasanna for 28. Joe Root and James Taylor then put up a 94-run partnership before Root was dismissed by Sajiva Veerakone for a well-made 62. Ben Stokes, who then joined Taylor, steered the England Lions past the score of 200 before Kanishka Alvitigala dismantled the stumps to claim the wicket of Stokes for 30 runs. Johnny Bairstow was the next to go, but he produced a quick-fire 59 which came off just 26 balls. His cameo included 4 sixes and 4 fours. James Taylor was the sixth to fall after scoring a brilliant 106 that took the Lions close to the 300-run mark. Kosala Kulasekara captured 2 more wickets in the final over and the England Lions posted a challenging total of 310 in their allotted 50 overs. Kosala Kulasekara captured 3 wickets for the Sri Lanka A team.